So one thing I do like to do the first of every year is talk about, in brief, our truths. What first one is that there is one power and one presence in the universe. And we recognize that, we know that, and we honor that. And we honor the fact that that one true power, that one presence is known by many names and is sought through many paths. So, as many of us that are here today, we are each individually on our own path, on our own journey, seeing life a little bit differently, and we honor that. You don't have to believe the way I believe. You don't have to think the way I think. You don't have to see the world the way I see it. But we honor each other, even though. The next one is that God is all and all is God. So there is nothing that God is not. That one's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? That all creation is born into original blessing, pure, innocent, and whole. So our belief system says that we are not born into that original sin. We are born into original blessing when we come into this world. That all creation is divine, and that everything is part of the whole of creation. Which means what? Everything is divine. Everything is God. And that all human experience is a spiritual journey. I think we all can attest to that one, right? Our daily life is a spiritual journey. Everything we do, everything we see, the people we meet, the people we're interacting with, this is all part of our human experience, part of that journey. And the purpose of the human experience is to realize our oneness with God. And our oneness with God is everything, because we've already said that God is all and all is God, right? So to realize our oneness with you, with you, with you, with you, with you. I read something this morning and it said, oneness is when you look into someone else's eyes and see only yourself. Isn't that beautiful? Because I'm a reflection of you and you're a reflection of me. Whether we like what we see or not, that's true, okay? And that's not just true about me, that's true about everybody that you see, everybody in your life, everybody. The perceptions that we hold determine our experiences in the moment. We all see things a little bit differently, don't we? And that's okay, and that's why police have such a difficult time maybe at the scene of an accident, for instance, right? They've got 10 witnesses, and guess what? 10 different stories. Because we all see things a little bit differently. Which is why we're going to turn that around to say it's important not to judge a situation, not to judge a person. Because we all see things a little bit differently. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is no right and no wrong. It is how you perceive things, how you see it. All action and thought are prayer. Our thinking is a prayer. Our actions, our deeds, our words, all of those things, right? Those are all prayer. Those are all that conscious connection with God, with life, with Source. And prayer is conscious contact with God. And prayer comes in so many forms. Oh my gosh, this is awful. It's raining outside. I am going to have a horrible day. That's a prayer, whether we like it or not, right? An affirmation. We want to watch our words and our actions. And a quiet mind supports prayer, meditation, and mindfulness. And I think we all know that's the truth. And there is an abundance in the universe to which everyone is equally entitled. Now, I think that truth is one that a lot of people struggle with. If everyone's equally entitled, then why isn't everyone equally given? Or why don't they equally have? And that's our consciousness, right? A lot of it. Some of it, part of it is we're here to experience what we're here to experience. And if we're here to experience, and this isn't talking just financial, I'm just giving you an example. If we're here to experience financial abundance and to give and to share, what a beautiful thing. If we're here to experience poverty in one form or another, there is a big learning lesson in that for us. That is something that we want to move through, to learn and to move beyond. So there is an abundance in this universe. Each and every single one of us are entitled to that abundance in whatever form it is. They say, I don't know, here's a hot tip. They say, ask and you shall receive. I don't know, right? It works. It works. And we demonstrate our oneness and our union with God by active practice of spiritual truth in our everyday lives. So, all of these things that I've just kind of briefed over, those are things that we want to be aware of in our life. Be mindful. So we do continually practice that spiritual journey that we're unconsciously. No matter if we think about it or not, we're doing our spiritual journey. We may as well be mindful about it. That's really important. So on Saturday morning at 4:00 a.m., most of you weren't here. I couldn't figure it out. Kathy was here. But the rest of you were not. And it was cold. Oh, Gary and Nathan were here too, sorry. It was cold, it was rainy, it was 4 a.m. What we do on December 31st, 4 a.m. every year is we do this World Healing Day, and it's the Cordis Foundation. And it's really a very beautiful experience. It's a peace meditation for the world. And thousands upon thousands, millions actually, of people around the world do this prayer at the same time. And we just got lucky with noon Greenwich time to be 4 a.m. And it hit me this Saturday morning for some reason. The prayers that we shared. We do a main meditation and then we share we share prayers from various traditions. And I want to share some of those with you because they all have something in common. And it's that oneness, that love, that kindness, that compassion that I do talk about at the beginning of service almost every week, that you laugh at me for. And I don't blame you. The Hindu prayer for peace. Oh God, lead us from the unreal to the real. Oh God, lead us from darkness to light. Oh God, lead us from death to immortality. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti unto all. O Lord God Almighty, may there be peace in celestial regions. May there be peace on earth. May the waters be appeasing. May the herbs be wholesome. And may trees and plants bring peace to all. May all beneficent beings bring peace to us. May thy Vedic law propagate peace all through the world. May all things be a source of peace to us. And may thy peace itself bestow peace on all, and may that peace come to me also. Now, how beautiful is that? Really, really touched my heart. The Muslim prayer for peace. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, praise be to the Lord of the universe, who has created us, made us into tribes and nations, that we may know each other, not that we may despise each other. If the enemy incline toward peace, do thou also incline toward peace, and trust in God, for the Lord is the one that heareth and knoweth all things. And the servants of God, most gracious, are those who walk on the earth in humility. And when we address them, we say peace. And if you know anybody of the Muslim faith, that's exactly how they greet you, is peace. You see, all of these traditions At the core is that love, that kindness, and that compassion that I talk about. It is the truth. It is we human beings that have kind of twisted religion, specific religions, into being unkind, into wars and that kind of thing. At the core of these traditions is not that. It is love. It is respect. It is the golden rule. Here's the Native American prayer for peace. O great spirit of our ancestors, I raise my pipe to you, to your messengers, the four winds, to Mother Earth who provides for your children. Give us the wisdom to teach our children to love, to respect, and to be kind to each other, so they may grow with peace in mind. Let us learn to share all the good things you provide for us on this earth. None of these are about I, right? They're all about we. All of them are about we. Gandhi wrote a prayer for peace. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your need. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the highest source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together for unity and for love. I could go on. And my point being, at the core, is respect, is love, is kindness, is compassion. And that's who we're called to be. That's what we're called to do. Not just this year, all the time. And I know a lot of us struggle with what's happening in the world, what's happening in our own country, and half the people are thrilled about some things, and the other half of the people are not. And our work is to come together, to love, to respect, to recognize that oneness, to be able to look at someone or something and say, I am you and you are me, and honor that and respect that. That's what we're called to do. Unite, not divide. And I think that's really going to be important in 2017. I believe that is our work. That is what we're called to do this year in particular. And I know that all of you will do that with me. And it makes a difference. It absolutely makes a difference. I want to share one more prayer with you before I close. I just have to figure out which one. I'm going to share that Christian prayer for peace. It's that time of year. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be known as the children of God. But I say to you that hear, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who abuse you. To those who strike you on the cheek, offer the other also. And from those who take away your cloak, do not withhold your coat as well. Give to everyone who begs from you, and of those who take away your goods, do not ask them again. And as you wish that others would do to you, do to them. Is that not the epitome of respect, kindness, compassion, and love? And that is what we're called to do. So no matter what life throws your way this year, whatever change happens, and trust me, it will happen. We all know that. It might be a physical pain, emotional stress, financial burden, trials, whatever it is. You have the power to overcome that, to learn from it, to grow from it, and to endure through it. So cherish this new year. Know that as life changes, all we have to do is be open to it, accept it, and be grateful for it. And then we'll move through this year with grace and with ease. So thank you so much for being here while I shared this truth as I understand it.